Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today we will be reviewing the season finale of Loki, and yes, I say season finale because it has been confirmed that there's going to be a season 2. I believe this is the first MCU Marvel show that we actually know is confirmed for a second season. Granted, it's very unlikely that WandaVision would get a season 2, saying that it was more like a prequel to the Doctor Strange Into the Madness of the Multiverse, whatever. I still forget the name to this day. I'm not entirely sure if it was confirmed that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is getting a second season, but yeah, this is very good news because, surprise, surprise, the show got so much better than what I thought. I apologize for the negative things I said. Granted, those are still reasons why the show was lacking at the beginning. But before I go into my overall review, I'm going to go into the small points that I noticed throughout the episode. Starting off with that intro. That was very sentimental and interesting how they just had like voice clips throughout the MCU films, and then they had the song that Steve and Peggy were dancing to at the end of Endgame. Yes, I still cry at that. And then they actually had some quotes from like real life activists like Nelson Mandela. They had Greta Thunberg. I might have said that wrong. Yeah, that was definitely interesting. I don't think they're gonna do that again. That's probably because this whole multiverse idea is actually happening, guys. I know, strap into your seats. It was a very like interesting intro, and I gotta say, I've mentioned it probably more than once. I still love seeing Miss Minutes. It just gives me like the whole like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the Looney Tunes, I think Back in Action, the one with Brendan Fraser. It gives me those types of vibes, and I love seeing it. So I just like seeing the 2D element in a live action show, and Tara Strong did a phenomenal job voicing her as well. I really was digging the whole set that they had for He Who Remains, I think. That was the name he was going by. Obviously he's Kang the Conqueror, I believe it's that, or Kang the Destroyer. Either one, this is gonna set up a whole freaking like major villain plot line for the next phase of the MCU. I think it's phase 4 or 5. I honestly don't keep up with the numbers anymore. But yeah, I was really digging his whole setup. It was really nice. The set designer, great job. I'm gonna have to say that I was completely wrong in a way. I believe it was in episode 4. I was discussing whether or not Judge Renslayer was a variant herself, because I was thinking, if she's a variant, she's either doing this just because, like, this has to be the way, like, it has to be like that, or she's just fucked up, or she's not a variant and she's actually behind it all. And turns out that she is a variant because one of the TVA agents kind of lured the other people to show the variant version of Renslayer that is a teacher. So it turns out that she's literally just a variant doing these things because she thinks that like there has to be a reason as to why we are pruning these people and getting rid of them, like making the timeline pure in a way. So think of it as like a nice little like philosophical kind of debate with yourself, like, are you doing something good, or are you doing something that you think is good because someone else claimed that that was the only way. And to dive deeper into the philosophical aspect of it, not gonna lie, at times I was kind of like losing track and not fully understanding, but I loved the whole conversation with Sylvie, Loki, and He Who Remains. Yeah, you can get a big, like, fight scene action full of CGI and, like, the typical stuff that we tend to get in every superhero movie, but more and more you don't really get this whole philosophical aspect. Granted, as a course, I fucking hate it. I do not want to ever write a philosophy essay in my life again, because those are horrible. But in terms of seeing it in shows, it was kind of the same with the whole White Vision and regular Vision back in the WandaVision finale, where they mentioned the ship and they were having a more philosophical talk about both of their existences and who's the original, which in a way they said that they're both the original Vision. So it was interesting how, like, the Disney Plus Marvel side ended up going kind of that path again, but despite what he was saying, it ultimately led with Sylvie still going to kill him. I'm gonna be honest, the guy did not give any option that was good, because it's like, oh, you can take over the TVA, but you still have to kill people. It's like, what difference is this gonna make? So, did Sylvie fuck up? Should she have done that? Or should she have not done that? Because, granted, now we have this, very evil variant, probably similar to Thanos, maybe he's even worse, but then again, it's like, how many people were they killing just to keep this timeline pure? But then again, multiverse, and I kind of want to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland in the same movie, so yeah. That whole sequence was sad, especially with the people that ship Loki squared. I don't know what they're calling it. Yeah, we get that kiss, and then immediately she, like, throws him out with the time pad. That was definitely a very strong tug at the heart. How could you do this? But again, this has to lead into the major battle, the major plot point in the MCU, like a phase, I'm gonna say phase 5 for now, cause otherwise, who's gonna be the big bad, you know? Who are the Avengers gonna come together and fight again? Because Thanos is out of the picture now, so I do have to mention that, I mean, yeah, Loki lies, like, all the time, but come on, you had to know that he was telling the truth. Like, just look at him. The man was just falling apart with having to, like, decide this, and he was actually taking a second to think, oh, you know what, maybe this is the right thing, but maybe it's not the right thing. I do want to take a note about the great cinematography in this episode. I fucking loved it. It's amazing. There definitely has to be more love towards cinematography, because I feel like that's always lacking in that division. I just want to mention, again, it's in my note, I made a bunch of notes about this. Sylvie, you really, really fucked up. But the reason you fucked up big time is because now Mobius isn't gonna get his jet ski. What are we gonna do? I thought we were gonna end with Owen Wilson riding out into the sunset on his jet ski, happy as ever, and the way that they ended the season, just Loki going up to Mobius and he's like, who are you? What variant are you? Oh no. I'm curious if either, like, time was rewritten so that, like, they're following a whole new thing, because obviously He Who Remains variant aka Kong. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong in the comments. He could have just changed time, or he could be in an alternate timeline. We don't know about that yet, because we gotta wait until, I'm gonna say the movies now. I'm not entirely sure what season 2 will bring, if it's gonna be related to like the whole multiversal war. But yeah, those were the points I had. Overall, it was a good finale. I'm gonna have to say that in terms of finales, the MCU Marvel shows haven't been doing like amazing, where it's like, oh my god, what the hell, but they also haven't been bad. I'm gonna have to put Loki as number 1, just because I preferred that more than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when their main villain was literally killed 20 minutes in like a 40-ish minute episode. Yeah. And then WandaVision is at the end, because it's kind of lackluster. Granted, due to COVID, they had to cut down on an episode or 2, as well as remove a CGI scene. But the whole Ralph Boner thing, I still fucking hate that. Yeah, but I'm very pleasantly surprised at the turn of events Loki took. The show started off interesting. I wasn't like completely bored. There were some parts that would interest me throughout like the first 3 episodes. And then the other half of the season, I fucking loved it. I also want to apologize for saying that I was like, I don't like that Lady Loki. If that's Lady Loki, I don't want to have her be that Lady Loki. She was fucking fantastic. The actress did a phenomenal job. And that's what character development is. You get to learn more and more about a character, and the writers just did a great job with her, because you feel a little bit more like sympathy for her throughout each episode that she's in, and then at the end it's like, please be in an MCU movie so that I can like cheer you on the big screen. But I'm gonna leave it at that. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to down below, comment if Loki was your favorite MCU show so far. They're all good. It's kind of hard to choose between the 3. Maybe I'll make a video about that, comparing all 3. I'm not sure yet. Also check me out on Twitch if you use Twitch, because it would definitely be great to get a follow, and I'll see you next time.